Hey y'all, all right now. We hanging in there, right? We hanging in there. We on day 12, post 12. We hanging in there. We about caught up. Don't count me out yet. Cause babes, I'm coming for it. I'm gonna catch up. It's probably gonna be about the 20th before I catch up. But don't worry about it. That's not important. Just kidding. So, brief introduction for the next video because I got so many chambers still. Alright, so this video is basically me talking about, it's not my GBS journey per se, but it is when I first started getting sick. Like, I think I've been having some health scares and stuff like that since I've been about 29. Yeah, it's okay. I'm 37. I'll be 38 this year. So I've been struggling with my health for a really long time. And the video that this is about is when I had a Bell's palsy scare. Yep. Have you ever heard of Bell's palsy or had Bell's palsy? Not fun. Am I right? Yeah, not fun at all. Scary. Very scary, because we do know that if you've ever heard anything about Bell's palsy before, it can resemble a stroke in the face. So I was like terrified that I was having a stroke. But then I was like, wait, nothing else is happening. It's just my face situation. But I do discuss that in the video. I ain't gonna do too much yapping here, okay? I'm just letting me, other me, old me, previous me talk. She'll tell you all about it. But you got to stick around for the interview, because it's like a very short clip of me blinking my eyes and showing how my lip didn't move properly. But it is so short, y'all. It's so short. That's the only video I have, or else I would have shared more on this video right here. But that's the only video I had. This is the only time I recorded myself. I had a rough time when I had Bell's palsy. I didn't want to be seen, babes. I didn't want to be seen. So basically, I don't have any footage from that situation. I missed out on a lot of stuff during that time, but I don't have any footage other than that very first day when I first saw the smoke in my face. So I started to get it in my face. So basically, I don't even have any videos of when it was like super bad. That was just the beginning. But that's all I got, y'all. So yeah, video about Bell's palsy. Thank you for sticking in with me, and we will be continuing. We got a lot of days left, many days. So we'll be doing more videos. Thank y'all for sticking with me. Like, I appreciate it so much. Like, it's so special to me. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hello, everyone. It's Christy Love here. As usual, thank you for coming onto my page and spending some time with me. We all know your time is valuable, and I appreciate every second that you have for the girl. Don't know where you're joining me from. If you're on my regular Kristen page, if you're on my Facebook or YouTube, Christy Love's Health Journey. That Christy Love is one word. If you're on my IG for K_Jack, the Aspiring Chef. Wherever you're joining from, just thank you again. I also want to touch base on thank you again for your messages and anybody who's reached out to me, called, came by. I love you and I appreciate you, and I could not be on this journey without you. So this piece sticking out is gonna get on my nerves. I am literally just getting to some messages all the way back from October. So if you haven't heard from me through message, please don't think I'm ignoring you. I promise you I am coming, okay? I've just been having on so much stuff. Like, the energy level I have can change, and there's a lot of stuff that I want to do too. So like, if I want to like make dinner or something like that, sometimes it can take me a couple of days. Like, I literally have some scalloped potatoes and some chicken. But I meant to cook like two other things, so I'm not even done with the meal I had started preparing yesterday. Go figure. So, I'm literally just coming out of a nap that I did not intend to take as well. But I literally I couldn't go on. I had to lay down. So, just bear with me. I love you. I'm coming, I promise. So, basically today, I wanted to get into an experience I had a couple years ago, and it really is what probably is the beginning of my health journey, but it's so hard to tell what could have happened when and all that, so I'm not 100% sure. But if I think of anything, during my videos, I'll say, oh wait, no, maybe it was this. I know it's crazy. But, like I say, I used to be so concerned about doing stuff in order and is it chronological and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, the message just needs to be the message. Whatever comes from the universe to me, for me to talk about, needs to be what it is. It doesn't have to be a certain way. When you're so used to putting boundaries or expectations on yourself that, nobody made you put them on yourself. So nobody made me go in chronological order. So I'm just going to go in there, do what I do, and label my videos and get the message out of what I went through. So anywho, I want to talk about how, and excuse me, I keep looking over because I'm looking at my computer, because I need some of this to help me stay right. But in May of 2018, so one day, I think I had just gotten up from a nap and I was just sitting there like, oh, I need to do my hair. Because of all my issues that was having, being tired, and then, I didn't know what was wrong at the time. But, I was getting to the point also, I was working full-time, working OT at my full-time job. Then I had a second job, and I was in and out of school pursuing my bachelor's degree. So I just, as most people probably would have, just assumed that I'm tired because I was doing a lot. Well, back in May, I think I was working a second job yet, but I still was working OT at the other job. Well, I got up and I was like, I need to do something to my hair, finish my hair or whatever. Got up, started doing my hair. Had all this hair product on my hand, and I felt something like I had got something in my eye. I was like, of course I got something in my eye when I got all this crap on my hands. So I sat there and dealt with the discomfort for a few minutes, and I was like, let me go wash my hands and get whatever this is in my eye out. So I go to the bathroom, and I look in the mirror, and I'm blinking, and my left eye wouldn't close. I was like, I'm tripping. Something must be in there. Maybe something caught on my contacts somehow. I'm obviously tripping. So I'm like, cool. I took my finger and I put it down like that. And I'm like, yeah, it's right. Yeah. So I keep going, doing my hair and what is, and I was like, felt something weird going on with my face and my lips, my mouth. I'm like, what in the world? So I go back to the bathroom. I was trying not to panic, but when something's up with you, when something's off, when something's wrong. I took my toe to this bathroom and I looked and I started doing my lips like, you know, like if you're putting on lip balm or that right there. That. That right there. And the whole left side of my lip was not going in. It was just sitting there. And I was like freaking out. And then, but it was not like, I wasn't like crying or anything. And that's probably most of my blessings, because the first thing you think when you have any kind of paralysis or anything in your face, the first thing people think is stroke, right? But I didn't feel any other symptoms. And I actually already had heard of Bell's palsy because I had a family member who had it. So I figured that's what it was. So I didn't bother anybody or anything. I didn't do anything about it at that time. My sister was asleep, and I go to work. Like, I used to go to work at 6:30 before, you know, she's barely turning around. She went to work after I did. So I called her and did a video chat with her, and I was like, oh my God, look, my eye isn't working. But I was like in good spirits or whatever then. But, you know, like later on, maybe a day after that or something, my sister's like, I really just want you just to go to the ER just to make sure. Just to check there's not nothing else. You know, I'd rather you be safe than sorry. So I was like, okay, cool. I had already done the look up all the information and symptoms and stuff for it. So I pretty much knew that was going to be it. I also saw that there's not necessarily any treatment for it. So basically, I went to the emergency room in May of 2018, and I'm just looking because I'm trying to keep myself together because I can't remember what they did. They just went ahead and gave me a CT scan of my head, of my brain. I sound so uneducated. They gave me a CT of my head just to be sure and make sure that it was not a stroke. They checked all of my like your reflexes and stuff like that. So they went ahead and, of course, diagnosed me when I knew I had Bell's palsy. And then they prescribed me prednisone. For anyone out there who has to take prednisone all the time, like, I am praying for y'all, because that medicine makes me so ill. I've had to take it a couple times since then, which of course I'll get into. But that medicine made me so ill. I used to be so sick, I would take it and I already knew what would happen. I'd be at work and I'd go outside and I'd have to have air blowing in my face for me even to cool down from being sick in my stomach and feeling like I was going to faint. I already knew every time it was going to happen. So I'm praying for y'all for real. That medicine is tough on me anyway. Well, I for a while did go down the drain, like emotionally about that too, because you gotta think it's not something that they're just gonna let you off from work from. You know, I had to go to work every day. I sit literally next to the freaking door so everybody could see me and know the difference from me talking. I couldn't use a straw properly. It was hard to eat. And just touching on the, you know your body, trust your body, which is one thing I'm going to talk about a lot during the course of this health journey, is me and my homegirl was at lunch one day. And I had made this, oh gosh, I need to make that again. But it was like, kind of like a Tuscan chicken with spinach and cream sauce. And I was ready to hit that food, okay? And then when I started eating, I was like, I told my husband, I said, something felt funny in my mouth. Like, this food tastes weird. Like, what is going on? Well, apparently, it also can and will affect your taste buds. And when I found that out, I broke down because I was having trouble with chewing and tasting. And I broke down because if anybody knows me, excuse me, if anybody knows me, they know that my passion in my life is cooking, like, for real. And to think about not being able, you know, to taste again was rough. So I went through a whole thing with that. I think that was one of the most probably emotional parts of the whole situation, besides people seeing me. I missed one of my homegirls' baby shower because I didn't want her to see me like that, and I didn't want her to tell her because she was pregnant. I didn't want her all upset. So I was just like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to make it. And something else too. I missed something else because I just didn't want to get into it. Okay, sorry. So it definitely affected me socially because I knew, you know, people were gonna stare, people were gonna, you know, say stuff when they know you, or even if they don't, we have something like that. It's noticeable, obviously. So, I mean, I even had, we had a meeting one time, and somebody who worked from home who didn't know what was going on or whatever, came there, and, you know, we were speaking like, hey girl, blah, 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 and then she was like, well, why your face look like that? And my heart was like, I was like, well, actually, you know, I have a disorder that causes my face to be paralyzed, so I can't move it, so thanks. All dramatic, but still was, you know, one of my fears, and it happened, and it hurt. And then later on, I found out that she, you know, she was upset about it. Like, you know, like, oh my God, I didn't know, you know. But, you know, that just goes into, you know, be careful what you say to people. You never know what people are going through. So just be careful what you say to people. You think I'm making a funny face, and really, I mean, my face is paralyzed, so, yeah. So, in a few weeks, though, you know, I just kept trying to move my face, trying to close my eye, you know, stuff like that. I would manually close my eye with my finger. I just take my finger and close my eye because it'd be open for a while. And I went and got some eye drops, and periodically started putting eye drops in to keep the moisture in my eyes since it wasn't closing. And when I went to sleep at night, I would just manually close it. So I started getting the strength back, the taste back, the ability to move my lips and mouth, and I just kept working at it. And there'll be sometimes I've noticed, it's like, it's your body, so you know, like, I've noticed some changes in my face or the way I smile or stuff like that has changed and sometimes shows itself. But it healed itself pretty much in a few weeks. Because the issue is, a lot of this is something that kind of just has to run its course. So they prescribe you different stuff like the prednisone, steroids, or whatever, but they're not even 100% sure if it works, because some people who don't take medicine, it creates a symptom. So that's one of the first things that I think really ended up starting this whole thing. So I did want to touch on just here at the end basically what Bell's palsy is, because maybe somebody doesn't know. It's basically, and I'm getting this from healthline.com, a condition that causes a temporary weakness or paralysis of the muscles in the face. It can occur when the nerve that controls your face muscles become inflamed, swollen, or compressed. So it can affect both sides of your face, but a lot of times it's that one side. So just running down a couple of the symptoms. Basically, you can have it right after you have a cold or ear infection or eye infection or something of that nature. So some of the things, signs or symptoms: drooling. I did drool. Difficulty eating and drinking. The inability to make facial expressions such as smiling or frowning. Muscle twitches, facial weakness, dry eye and mouth, headache, sensitivity to sound. Oh my gosh, yes, definitely has sensitivity to sound. And irritation on the eye of the involved side. So basically, some of the things I'd already talked about fall within that list of the symptoms. So that's just a little bit about Bell's palsy. Again, this, if you want to read up more on the condition, I got this information from healthline.com. So one thing I'm going to leave this with is the different causes, and the one that is on here, which is Lyme disease. Bacterial infection caused by infected ticks. I'm going to leave you with that because I actually be talking about Lyme disease on another video sometime in the future, whenever the spirit moves me, whenever the universe aligns that, I'll get into that as well. So I believe that I had taken maybe a video or two of when I was affected, and if I am able to find those, which I'm going to look for them, I will tack them on at the end of this video. So make sure that after I say my goodbyes that you keep looking, because more than likely I do have a video that at least one that I will share at the end. Again, this is my health journey. I've been documenting some things, and for the purpose of awareness, I'll be sharing as much as I comfortably can. So just look for that at the end of this video. So as usual, thank you so much for joining me. I know your time is precious. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. Whatever you want to do to reach out, it's fine with me. I appreciate every second of it. And let's just keep sharing our journey so that we can get better together. Alright, and so until next time, it's Christy Love.